if I'm looking slightly frazzled, there's a good reason for that. And it is the last person to work on this car didn't use any of this. This is Copaslip. If you don't know about this, you need to know. Future you will thank you. Or the next person to work on your car. Let me show you what I've been doing. This is my mate Mark's Range Rover L322. It's a 3.6. And I've just done a little job for him where back end was feeling a bit wobbly. So I have put, completely stripped off the rear end. I've put new uprights with new top and bottom bushings, new hub bearing, new outer CV joint, new front connecting track control arm. Just by the nature of the job, new ABS sensor, new brake pads, and on the other side it was slightly more involved because the brake caliper was seized. So I went through my scrap bin and I found a good caliper, so it got a new caliper. It also got a new brake line and a remade end there. So yeah, if I'm looking slightly frazzled, that's why. This is the pile of rubbish that came off the car, and this is one of those top bolts. And why does it look like that? Well, because the only way to get it out is to saw it off. You need some big boys tools to do this job. Honestly, you do. Angle grinder comes in very handy. Clatter gun, a big saw with some really good blades, and a 10-ton hydraulic ram. If you haven't got those things, don't even start. You'll be wasting your time. So, where do we put Copaslip if we're going to do this? And why? Well, the reason this job was so difficult was almost entirely due to the fact that some of the bolts, like this one that goes in here, this bolt that goes across here, is really difficult to get to. And if you don't put some Copaslip or something similar on it, then it seizes inside the bushing in there. Let me see if I've got one to show you. I certainly haven't got a bolt lying around, but I'm pretty sure in this. Oh, that was me looking for brakes. I've got other brakes lying around. I've also got a set of Brembos, 3 for some reason, if anyone wants it. The inboard end of that looks like this. And that, when you put a bolt through it, leave it there for 10 years in the salt and the snow and the rain and the grit and everything else, it seizes solid. And so then you've got the challenge of, it doesn't matter if you can get a spanner on it, you cannot turn it. And so what you have to do is get your reciprocating saw into this gap on each side and saw it off. It's a horrible job. But you'll notice Copaslip there. There's Copaslip all over these adjusters, because otherwise in a year, when it's all covered in crap, you won't be able to adjust anything. It will be seized solid, and therefore you won't be able to set your geometry. So there's lots and lots. So there's loads of places where you should use Copaslip. We're all used to, for example, when we do brake pads, you'll put it on the back of the pad and you'll put it in the sliders Copaslip's a great high temperature grease. It doesn't bugger off just because it gets warm. So it also conducts heat away from things. So that in itself really stops things from seizing. This brake disc onto this hub, put a smear of Copaslip on the back of the disc or on the face of the hub before you put the disc on, and it won't seize on there. You'll not need a sledgehammer to get this disc off of here. This bolt, that bolt, the one in the bottom down there, that one, this one if I had undone it, which I haven't. Yeah, where I wouldn't put it is on here. There's a taper, so if you look at the other end of this, this has got, this is straight threaded, straight shank, but it's got a taper here to make sure it seats properly. And I might put a slightest smear on there just to help with assembly, but I don't want it to stay loose, particularly if you've got like a track rod end taper, which is a very closed, so you know, very fine angle. I wouldn't put it on that. Wheel studs. Arguments both ways. I do put a smear of Copaslip on wheel studs. There's all kinds of arguments about torque settings and things like that. But basically, if you know, if you're talking to 100 foot-pound, for example, 100 foot-pounds with copper means that you're maybe getting 110 where you would have been getting 100 on clean dry threads. But 20 years old, these are not clean or dry anymore, and the worst thing you want is that lug nut to end up seized onto the thread. So a smear of Copaslip in there as well. Basically, unless you can think of a very good reason not to use it, please buy some Copaslip and please use it, because you might thank yourself at some point in the future, and the next person who puts a spanner on your car will definitely thank you. That's it for today. Just a lecture about Copaslip. And Timmy, you're a bad boy, not using it.